Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I am so grateful that you guys decided to join us today. Um, I just wanted to let you guys know if you guys have not yet hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to follow more content that will be available later or even available now. So today I wanted to talk about loneliness. There are a lot of my friends that are battling and suffering with loneliness. Um, and it can only be intensified when they watch amazing romantic movies and when they see their amazing friends and family running around just swinging arms back and forth. It can also swell up whenever you see that newborn baby and you're just like, oh my goodness, I am lonely. When you sit in that bed and you're turning over and it's only Mr. Pillow there, I'm sure that can be very discouraging. But I want to speak to you on today. I want to remind you how blessed you are even in the middle of it. I want to remind you that there is a woman out there or a man out there currently suffering a horrible abusive relationship and cannot get out of it because they love them. It is an individual out there that is being cheated on and has married a man that they thought that loved them and that thought that that was going to be their long-term forever man. But instead, this man is out there making every other woman feel special, breaking this woman down while this woman sits there, cooks for him, loves on his children, bathes them, consistently tells them that they are in love with them and that they'll heal their scars and help them heal from all the pain while that individual is steadily hurting them. I want to let you know that while you're lonely, someone else is suffering an STD from a man that told them that they loved them. I want that lonely individual to understand that while you're sitting here in the privacy of your home, currently not arguing with a soul, someone is being ran over by a car, someone is getting their tires flattened or their windows busted, someone has a woman calling them right now, telling what their husband has done. Some man right now is having another man call him, telling them that their wife is right on over there with them. So as much as we want to cry about the loneliness that we feel, when we see the reality of other people that are supposed to have been taken off the market, you will be blessed to know that you did not just settle. You will be blessed to know that you were loved by God and protected by him to find a Boaz instead of a man that was meant or sent to cause you pain, or a woman that was meant to truly love you is waiting behind the scenes to find you. So as we look at loneliness today, I just want us to look at it in a different perspective. You are loved, valued, treasured, desired. But at the same time, God has you close to him, preventing you from scars that could later bruise you from the man or woman that is supposed to come in and love you with all that they have. So as you sit there, my friend, value and treasure where God has you. Be grateful in the midst of the pain and pay attention to your friends that have relationships. Now, listen, this is not Talitha saying that everyone that is in a relationship is toxic or hurt or wounded or scarred or being cheated on. That is not me saying that. It is me simply telling you To be grateful that you did not settle for just anything. To be grateful in saying that literally God is keeping you for what's supposed to be yours. That God is working on your problems as you take care of his problems. God values you. He treasures you so much so that he kept you until someone decided to come along and love you like you deserve to be loved. And I know it's hard to think about and it's hard to fathom that this is exactly what is happening as God makes me wait on my Boaz. But in most cases, isolation keeps you close and focused on God. Some people are still waiting on their Boaz because they have different things that they're waiting on God to fix inside of them. God is not going to give you a Boaz to hurt him. He is not going to open up that door for your Ruth, sir, whenever you're not ready to love her. When you're still trying to figure out your life. When you're still swimming around in the pond looking for every woman that you see. Or while you're still swimming around in the pond looking at every male that you see. And desiring them. Some women are bitter and broken. And so whereas some are humble and waiting on God, there are other women that are bitter and broken. There are other men that are bitter and broken. And they decide that they're going to go into the next relationship and just assume that every woman that did them wrong is inside of this one individual. And that's not really fair to anybody because everyone is not like the individual that broke you. There are some women that are very, very, very rude and stank and conniving and ornery and a whole bunch of other things. And selfish. If you are a selfish individual, you deserve to be alone for this space. Because God has to teach you how to be family oriented, how to have a unified forefront. Is family for selfish people? It's not. And we all know that. Which is also why some of us are still single because we have selfish traits. God is trying to make you selfless, which is why he is sending your sister or your brother to come into your life with your nieces and your nephews, because God is saying if you can't help them, how are you going to help your family? God is trying to teach you how to be selfless, how to say, hey, I can wait on this meal, but somebody else needs it first. Let me go ahead and be a blessing to them. God is teaching you selflessness so that when you get in a relationship, you already understand what you should be doing to maintain it. For those people that are stank and that are rude to just everybody that they meet and everybody that they see, be careful. You may be being rude to your spouse. Be careful. You may be being rude to your Boaz or your Ruth. Be careful because God is trying to teach you how to love everyone, not just selectively choose who you want to love, but to love everyone. Broaden your horizon to how to love everyone. Some of y'all are saying, "Oh, well, I don't want to date outside of my race." Well, you don't know what God has for you. When you say, "God, not my will, but yours be done," you are saying, "God, give me whatever race is at the heart. I want the heart. I want the heart. I want what you give me." I am saying that I am wanting what you have called me to have. And so don't be so bound by race. Your racism could very well be preventing you from seeking out what God wants from you. Your vision could very well be stopping what God and blocking and blinding you from what God is trying to reveal unto you. Which is also why that marriage hasn't happened yet. Which is also why you haven't been swept off your feet by your Boaz. God wants you happy. That is his plans for you. His plans is to prosper you. And if that be the case, do not be surprised if he has a lot of things that is being worked on in this season. Your husband is being worked on and molded in this season. Your wife is being worked on and molded in this season. He's trying to teach her how to not be so selfish. He's trying to teach her how to take care of a child. He's trying to teach her how to clean the house so that you can have a clean home when you come home from work. Oh, he's trying to teach her how to cook so that you don't have to be McDonald's every day, all day. Let's go to Burger King today because I'm tired of McDonald's, and then back at McDonald's tomorrow with your child. No, God is trying to teach her how to cook and how to teach her how to nurture your child and give forth what she's supposed to give forth as your wife. Be careful, women. He's trying to teach him right now. Don't rush the process. He's trying to teach him right now how to work. How to work those 12-hour shifts to provide for his family. He's trying to teach him right now that if a man doesn't work, then a man doesn't eat. He's trying to teach him right now how to be a selfless individual. No longer can you stop and just buy McDonald's for yourself. You got a family here that's hungry. You got a family here that needs your help. And so God is trying to teach him now. He's trying to teach him right now how to get away from his homeboys and be independent with his family. Go ahead and step away from your homeboys and love on your family. He's trying to teach him how to get away from his mother and cling to his wife. He's trying to teach him these things now, these amazing attributes now, because when it is time for him to come to you, he will already be prepared to give you all of him. You don't got to worry about fighting his sister, auntie, uncle, mama, long lost cousin. You don't got to worry about doing all of that because that man is already being pruned for you. That woman is already being pruned for you. You don't got to worry about fighting her siblings. You don't got to worry about that because God is already teaching you guys indirectly, and then eventually he is going to bring you forward together. A lot of people didn't believe me and my husband belonged together 6 months. They said 6 months. I've been together for 6 months, but let me tell you something. God had already worked on us so much behind the scenes that when we came in front of each other, we knew that this was God. And so don't listen to people. If you getting married in such an early time, as long as you know that this is the one for you and God knows and your husband knows, then you let God tie them strands together and you let God do what he does best in your life. To all of my lonely individuals out there, let me tell you something. God is about to do it on your behalf. Continue to allow him to teach you. Continue to allow him to guide you. Continue to be patient with the process and understand that God does not want to see you lonely. Even whenever Adam and Eve was a thing, God put Adam to sleep. Before Eve even came along, he put Adam to sleep and he took a rib. He took a bone out of his ribs and he said it's not good for man to be alone. He made a woman. He made a woman from that man because he knew what we needed. And the same God that knows what we need today is the same God that knows what we needed yesterday. And the same God that's watching you in your bed sleeping every single night by yourself is the same God that is currently pulling a rib up out of your husband and placing you guys together. You never know what God has in store. Be patient. Love everyone because you never know where or who is your Boaz that you mistreat or that you completely love on. God bless you. To all my lonely friends, I love you. You are never alone.